legacy properties can be a rare product, and rarely do they come available, let alone in Southeast Oakville. So who better to join us today to talk about the property than another legacy maker from Oakville himself.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you, Donna. Great to be here.
It is great to have you.
Awesome.
So I've always felt very emotional about this property from the first day I came here, and part of that is its Parisian influence. And even how we walk today on the cobblestone driveway, you sort of feel like, where are we? Are we in a vineyard in France?
And they built this home, I think it took over 5 years to actually finish it, start to finish.
It did.
So everything's been done with the most articulate care and passion.
I have certainly experienced that with the time I've spent enjoying meeting the builder and the homeowner both, and all the time I've spent with them. It's been a complete privilege getting to know this property and the homeowner. She's amazing.
So let me give you a little history. Before this home got built, there was a big home here on over an acre and a half of land. It looked like an Aspen, Colorado ranch. It was something pretty funky. And one of my clients, Mr. Kerr, Cadillac, he said, I want you to sell. And I said, well, Bob, there's a second address here with a little shed on it. I said, maybe we could sever the property into two. And he says, well, I don't want to lose riparian. I said, let's look into it. So as luck would have it, we got it severed without losing riparian. And my friend, who's the owner here now, was going to build over by Third Line a big house on the water, which he owned. I said, Ken, I wouldn't do that. I'd rather see over here. So this was purchased for $1 million back then.
Wow, imagine.
And today, the same property will sell for 12 to 15.
Yes, it will.
As the one next door, just for the land.
Yeah.
So if you can find a lot on the water in this area, it's like hen's teeth. So
It's a legacy. Legacies are built to last, and it takes a master builder to make the magic happen. So we want to introduce to you today Victor Vieira from Vicar Master Builders, who is the craftsman behind the magic that happened here at this property. And with us as well is Christopher, of course, that has quite the history with this property. So we want to talk about all the amazing things about this property and all it took to build and the time it took. So I'll let it over to you, Christopher, because I know that you've got how this all got started.
for sure. Well, first of all, Victor, how long have you been building now?
I've been building since 1987.
Wow.
So 34 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And mainly in South Kingsway.
The South Kingsway area, Rosedale, Forest Hill,
Wow.
and a couple here in Oakville.
You still love it?
Still enjoy it every day.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, this house is a testimony to that.
Yes, this is one of the houses that, one of a kind that I don't think I'll ever build again.
No.
Just because of budget-wise, what people are willing to spend.
Yeah.
And the time that they want, to have the project completed in.
And the owners were really passionate about doing it right.
Every detail.
Yeah, for sure.
Every detail.
And patient too.
And patient.
Was
And
it
a
true
lot
it took 5 years to build the home?
5 years, yes.
My goodness, and that's patience.
Yeah, that's patience, and we did a lot of mock-ups on different areas just to see what the end result would turn out to be before it was actually done.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting. Because a lot of the features in the home, like they're so unusual. And the first one I have to ask you about is that fireplace in the family room with the men holding the mantle.
Yes.
Like the geometry doesn't look like it even works.
It doesn't. It's like magic.
It's like subliminal. It's like how are they holding that up?
That was done by Irish craftsman Rod Little.
Oh, nice.
He did 2 of the fireplaces here in the house.
Amazing. All by hand.
All by hand. Everything was all hand done.
It's Indiana cut stone?
Yes.
Okay. And I heard you guys went over to France too to shop and look for...
All the interior stone on the floors, on the main floor here, all came from France. And was all sanded and ground down in place and polished back up to the finished product that you see now. And everything is epoxy joints, so there's no grout, so nothing gets dirty.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because it really looks like you built it yesterday, to be honest with you. Like this home is so timeless.
And I know you mentioned to me as well, that like every single wall in here is plaster, which you just, how many times have you ever had that kind of built?
Once.
This is the only one.
The only one.
No drywall, it's all plaster, which is amazing for sound as well.
It is. That was the main reason it was done.
When you think of what builders use today, a lot of them are not even using real stone anymore. It's all
Correct.
simulated stone, which is a concrete product, and it's small. It actually explodes with frost, which is terrible.
No, this house, the only concrete is behind the scenes.
That's it, yeah.
Everything else on top, it's all
natural.
all natural.
And there's another feature I love about the home, and it's this 2-level open area at the family room to the lower level in the basement, which is a walkout as well.
With the circular stair.
I love that.
Yeah, and the circular stair is actually big enough that you can comfortably walk up and down.
Yeah. Now there's also an aquarium, which is another favorite of mine.
Yes.
They're hard to manage, but just so beautiful to look at.
Yeah, it was nice idea that the homeowners came up with, that
Yeah.
they wanted to get some light into the exercise area also.
Right.
And have some scenery when you're exercising so you don't get bored.
Yeah.
I feel like you're away somewhere tropical.
Good meditation.
Yes.
Watch the fish
Yes.
swim.
And one of my favorite features in this house is the floors. So you've got inlay pretty much in every room.
Every room,
A
correct.
combination of walnut and white oak.
Yeah, rift and quarter, the majority of the house is rift and quarter cut white oak,
Wow.
and the library is walnut. And the library was, all the carving on the wood was all hand done locally here in Ontario, and all the finish in the library was all hand rubbed,
Yeah.
French polish.
And I love the wrought iron too. Like the wrought iron staircase with the returns, it's stunning. Let's say somebody who's looking at buying the home, they want to change something. Would you be willing to talk to them about that? And
Yes, I'd be willing to talk to them. I can't see too many things to change
No, but-
inside the house.
Sure.
But I understand that people always have their own tastes.
Oh, for sure.
Right? So the one thing here is that everything is built solid.
Yeah,
So whatever changes they want to do,
yeah,
it's more cosmetic as opposed to anything
for
structural.
sure. Exactly.
Master's got the barrel ceiling.
Beautiful, yeah.
So the budget to build apparently was $12 million back then. Today, if you were to rebuild this home today, what would you?
24 million wouldn't be enough.
No kidding.
No, it's just the cost of everything and the way it was done. The water feature that's attached to the swimming pool, 500 to 600,000 to build
Easy,
that
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
So undeniably, you are one of the leaders in knowledge about the waterfront and all the properties here. We want to share today some of your knowledge that, you know, about the riparian and some of the scarcity of the waterfront properties that exist today. Tell us a little bit about it.
So the reality, thank you for that, Don. So the reality is Oakville's divided between east and west, where East Oakville is kind of the old part of town and west was when the agriculture, the farms were there. And so it kind of got a head start. But the reality is along the water, it used to be the cottage country for wealthy Torontonians. And then today, the wealthy Bay Street guys are here. And so it became kind of like who's on first, who's going to get the best property. So we started inventorying them. And we counted 123 properties in southeast Oakville. And of those 123, 62 are riparian, which I'll show you in a minute what riparian is all about, because it's the privacy to the water. The others are non-riparian, where the public could actually walk behind. Then we said to ourselves, if I was a real buyer and wanted a 1 acre, how many 1 acre properties? And we counted 14.
Wow.
Then we counted the 3 acre properties, and there was only like 6 of them.
It's not very many.
No. So if you want to be here in southeast Oakville,
It's a really rare offering.
totally. The cool thing about living on the water is using the water. So to have it private to the water's edge, where here you can see the homeowners built a little area where they can bring in a sea-doo, a little boat, and go off into Toronto or just have fun for the day. So having that privacy for a home of this caliber is really paramount.
For sure.
Yeah, so.
So like some of the fine details in this house, we have to share the wine cellar.
For sure.
And funny story, you know, I've been joking with the homeowner. She has under key,
never given you the
and I've been wanting the key for a long time, and I think she
Awesome.
finally trusts me with
That's
the key.
amazing. Let's go this way though. That's awesome.
Come on in,
Beautiful. Oh my God, this is stunning.
isn't it?
I love it.
So funny stories here.
Very intimate.
It is. Limestone flooring.
Gorgeous.
But when I was here having a visit with the builder and the homeowner not too long ago, they were sharing with me they imported the stone walls from a quarry in France.
These ones here. Wow.
Yes.
That's wild.
And it was funny because the builder, Victor, was joking with, some of the trades that were here installing it, thinking, this is crazy. Why, it looks like you could just take any stone and just pour some red wine on it. Why spend all this money and time in getting these stones here? But it's just part of the journey here
Part
with
of the
this
story,
house.
yeah.
It is. So that was kind of entertaining.
I love the barreled ceiling too. It's gorgeous.
It is. And the redwood.
Do we get to sample anything about here?
Well, I've been given the keys, so
There
I
you
think
go.
I've earned the trust. So
That's good.
let's
That's
crack
good.
one open.
You got it. Well, you did a great job. I'm
Thank you.
thoroughly impressed with what your work and the passion you put into this property, and it is truly a one of a kind and a legendary home. And for all those that are interested, the property will be going to the market, I think, in about a week or so. So stay tuned, and those that are interested, see the property, and certainly you can see it online.